Hello again there, mentors. Last time that I'm going to be seeing you, this will be the last video. Well, it's the last video in this little section, but it'll be the very last one that you'll get from me. And I know it's upsetting, but please, come on. Wipe them little eyes, eh? It's the last one. Listen, before we get into sort of a summary, if you want to call it that, of the programme, I want to wrap up what we were talking about with regards to happiness here, and something that I speak to the students about when I go visit them in the schools, which has been an absolute joy, by the way. I wonder if you know what the number is behind me, because I run this little experiment with the students. I talk to them about the importance of finding a job and a role that makes them feel good. And you'll remember previously we had that slide after Jim Carrey with all the red words about finding something that makes you feel full of belief and inspired and driven, something that makes you feel passionate. And the importance of that, I kind of really ram home when I show them these next three slides, because I think a lot of young people don't quite understand the numbers that are involved in your working life. Now, from some research I looked at and found on the internet, 3,507 is the average amount of days that a Brit will spend working in their life. Now, you might look at that at first, you think that seems quite low, but you've got to remember that I think, well, it's over 50 days of the year are weekends, and then there's bank holidays and stuff. It's 365 days in the year, as we know. 3,507 days is what the average Brit will work in their lifetime. 84,171 hours is the amount of time an average Brit will spend at work in their lifetime. And how about this? 5,050,260 minutes is the amount of time the average Brit will spend at work in their lifetime. And when I show the young students this, it's kind of me just re-evaluating. Find something that you want to do. Find something you're passionate about. Find something that you love and that you want to do. And if you don't find that at the first hurdle, and if you find yourself doing something that you didn't think you were going to do, find a way to learn to love your job. You know what I mean? Because many people do that. I never ever had dreams of working in radio. It just happened. I learned to love it. And that can be done. And I finished when I was speaking with the students, or I always finish with this slide, because it's the old analogy, isn't it? It's that old classic quote: find a job that you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. It's an amazing thing to be able to do the job that I do with Love Local Jobs Foundation, because I get to go in and see these young people grow, and I get to see them listen, and I get to hear them when they come up to me after the schools and after the sessions and say thank you and say nice things and whatnot. And I really hope you've got a taste of that as well. I really hope you've seen a journey from the start of the programme to where you're going to be when you finish your final mentoring session, your online mentoring session with the students that you've been looking after. I really hope that you see a progression in them and a change in them in a positive way. And I hope that you've taken something from it as well. I thank you for your support. I thank you for being here and for being here for those students that so badly need, so many of them, someone to say, yes, I believe in you. Yes, you can do it. You will achieve. You can do it. I've got your back. Because I think this younger generation today, so many people are so quick to tell them that they are going to fail. And in my mind, that just ain't good enough. It's just not good enough. They need people like you to tell them, yes, you can. And they need people like your brilliant organisations to say, yes, you can. Because if we keep beating this generation down, how are they ever going to believe in themselves? Year 9, they're about to make the first real big adult decision of their lives because they choose their options moving forward. It's the first real big independent decision they make, and they need encouragement that they can make the right decisions, and they need to not be making them decisions full of fear and full of worry and full of pressure. And I'm sure you would have alleviated some of that with your mentoring. So thank you. I always leave with this slide when I see the students for the last time, because I think it's hugely important to remember that. And I say to them, in a world where you can be anything, do be kind. Because starting there and being kind and showing empathy, they're great skills to have, and they help you be a better employee. And I've told them that, you know, it's this program, or these programs are all about turning them into a great person, but at the same time merging that with employability skills, so that when they sit down in front of that first ever employer for a job interview, they've got everything about them to make them a more attractive proposition, so that someone looks at them and thinks this is a well-rounded, well-adjusted young man or woman, and they've got all of the right attributes to come and help me with my company, because I know they're going to be resilient, and I know they're going to push themselves, and I know that they believe in themselves, and I know that they're decent, and I know that they're full of self-belief. You know, and those are the people that I want working for me. That is what we want employers to think. Your employers and employers all over Sussex, when these young people that we've been mentoring sit down in front of them, we want them to see a confident, strong, determined individual who is full of belief for themselves, and who wants to do well, and who is resilient, and who is determined to get to where they want to be, all the while being decent. That is what this program is all about. Thank you for being part of it. I really hope you enjoy your final online mentoring session with the students. I wish all the best for you and your families, and I hope we continue to get through the pandemic safely, and that the rest of the year finds you all well. In the meantime, God bless, thank you for everything, and enjoy your final session with your brilliant student. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support. I'm Jack the Lad, and I'll see you again. Cheers.